It is now February 13th, technically Valentine's Day, the day before Valentine's Day. And I've recorded a lot of moments in my life between January and now, and I like to talk about them. So, first, the big Teagues. Yes, I love Abbott Elementary, number one show. And it wouldn't be right if I didn't start off by talking about one of the most incredible things that I get to do this year, which is I get to teach students. I run an aerospace class with my good friends, Joe and Nor. And yeah, let's look at some B-roll footage. These are some of my favorite moments so far from the month of January and part of February.
Want to design a car? Aerospace. And then also some other mechanical stuff, but we don't care. Aerospace. Aerospace is touching everything except for underwater stuff because that's marine stuff, right?
But technically, we still use airfoil concepts and fluid flow in the same equations.
Submarines use aerospace because how do you think the submarine moves? Propellers. Who makes the propellers? Aerospace. That really shows that we like
Hey.
Hey.
Oh,
What's
she
up?
is really doing it.
Yeah.
This is the computer that's used to present to the class.
Anyways, how was your first full quote unquote class?
That's good.
Yeah.
Class has got a lot of energy.
Pizza, yum, yum.
Bro, this teenage mutant ninja turtle.
A lot of energy.
I think that's a key takeaway, so we're going to be figuring that out throughout the year.
But they're excited to learn.
Yeah.
So that's also really fun.
It's going to be a
lot
lot
of
of good
questions.
personalities meshing together.
I think they ask good questions, which is always great. Like they made us Google so many times because we weren't sure.
I think, again, they'll all learn my name first before you two.
I mean, they technically already have. So.
Yeah, as soon as someone said Joe Mama, I was like, all right, it's done.
No, like, so,
Oh.
It actually does work now.
so like that, and then you're gonna put it on.
Where's the record?
So you
Where's the
say it, go out.
You know, I really like the show Abbott Elementary. I find that I feel like I'm like Janine. I don't know, she's just so cute. And she really cares about her students. She's going the extra mile for her lesson plan. I feel like with my crew, I'm coming up with lesson plans. I'm planning out what's happening for the week, what materials we need, what support we need, what could make the kids have more fun, how could they learn the material better. I'm thinking about all of these different things, and it's I don't know, I feel like sometimes I'm more of the brains behind the operation than the actual operation part. Meaning I can teach the students different things, but I think I tend to clam up when it comes to something isn't planned, and I just need to let loose and have fun and connect with these students. And I don't know, I think my own I have my own anxiety for interactions with people, and I think it transfers even to these students. Yeah, they're students, they're kids. I really don't care what you think about me, hikey looky. But it's it takes me a while to feel comfortable enough to really come out of my shell. And even though this is my second time teaching this course with my friends, it's I still haven't. They still don't know who I am. Okay, wait. We're friends. We connect, but I feel even the peers I teach with, they still don't know who I am. And then my students, I think they get a very small part of me, almost like Gregory Eddy in Abbott Elementary, where it's he's stern and you know, not letting the kids have fun or whatever. Treat this as an experiment. What is your teaching style? What can you learn from these students? How can you adapt what you know to suit these students? We teach an aerospace course, and aerospace is not my it's not my specialty by any means. I'm not an expert. My background's mechanical, and I'm shifting over to software. I've never done anything mechanical, even in the real world, as in working has always been software. And so I'm learning about aerospace, learning about rockets in real time, trying to teach these students, but also connect with the students who this is their passion, and they deserve to be taught by somebody who cares about the material and wants to share the information with them. And so I'm really practicing I don't know. I'm trying to practice having like grace for myself as a teacher, as in like I'm learning this too. I don't know, being able to help other kids who are like me from earlier get a glimpse into what it means to have systems thinking, what it means to invent, to have critical thoughts is like, I think that's like an amazing gift to give to someone, and I'm really hoping that gift gets passed on. And so, yeah, I'm supposed to be on my way to go hang out with Joe and Noor right now. Oh. I had signed up to help out with a high school convention, which I didn't know that this was a thing. It was a high school convention where a bunch of different companies come to the school and talk to the students about the different fields that they could be doing, help them find internships in high school. And I went and I did that here in Colorado. And that was great. It was good. It was decent. I found that working with, well, first of all, let me just backtrack. When we do our outreach with the Black group with my company, we tend to focus on minority students. This was my first time working at a predominantly white high school, speaking to predominantly white students about STEM and what they could do in STEM. And I'm not a speaker. I don't have the gift of gab, I'll be honest. And so when it turned out that the DEI initiatives were canceled and everyone was kind of scared to volunteer, I was like, oh, am I going to be the only person at this school to talk? It was initially advertised as like a just show up, talk to the students about their dreams and goals and what you do for work. I came with that perspective, and long story short, I had 2 days to like put together a presentation that I felt comfortable doing and talking to these students. And I had my mentor with me, or maybe she's not my mentor, but she should be. She came to offer support, and she gave like advice as I went through it. And by the end of the day, the advice I got was, that was good. But here are some takeaways. One, I learned that I speak in a very monotone voice. There's no like fluctuation. I also talk a little fast. There's also the idea of like, if I'm losing people, if people are not interested, I have to find ways to engage them. Meaning if someone's zoning out, hey, how do you feel about this? Bring them into the conversation and just be more personable. I think that was the biggest feedback I got, which was, it's not enough to just say, hey, I'm so-and-so, I work at so-and-so, I studied this, and I'm here to talk to you today. It's more than that. It's like, hey, I'm so-and-so. Yeah, these are my credentials, but this is why I relate to it. This is why I care about what I'm talking about. Having that kind of personable attitude towards talking with people makes a huge difference. And I realized that I don't do that when I speak with people. I'm very like closed. I'm very, I will tell you exactly what you need to know. You asked me a question, I gave you exactly what you asked. And that's probably not the best way to connect with people, to try to convince people and get them on your side and get them interested in what you have to say. This is my first video journal of the year. I'm planning to like compile this with what I do with the lesson later today, so we'll see how that goes. But super excited to do this. Ready to take on this challenge, and I'm hoping that by the time we talk again in May when this program ends, that there is a difference in how I feel as an educator. Whoa, that sounds a little uppity. How I feel as a volunteer educator, and how I feel just like building that confidence and like being myself and connecting with people, and going that extra mile to make a difference wherever I'm planted. And so I'm hoping that the seeds I'm planting right now will grow, and then we can talk to those seeds back in May, or in the upcoming May. But yeah, this has been good. I'm like running late. Okay, bye. I'm gonna go make some ciders. I will catch you later.